What's going on, everyone? It's Tay, aka Slay, here to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Today we're getting into my Valentine's Day M&Ms. M&Ms stand for Milani and Melt. I'll be using Melt Cosmetics and Milani Cosmetics to create this look. I know there are 1,000 Valentine's Day tutorials, and I may be a little late to the game because it is Valentine's Day today. Doesn't matter. So why don't we go right ahead and jump into this. I've already done my eyebrows with the Milani Stay Put brow color. I actually really like this brow pomade. I've used it twice before. It's in the shade Dark Chocolate. It's a softer pomade. It's actually a good in-between between the ColourPop brow pomade and the Beauty Bakery pomade, two of my favorite brow pomades. This one's a little bit more softer than the ColourPop, but it's not as soft as the Beauty Bakery, so it's easier to work with on my brows. And I guess I did thickums today. And then I carved out my brows with the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer. Let's jump right in to the eye look. So I'm going to use the Milani eyeshadow primer. No, this video is not sponsored. I just happen to love Milani and Melt. Milani, I just recently got into, I want to say, a little bit after the whole Morphe foundation debacle, because a lot of Morphe supporters were saying, oh my goodness, Morphe is such a good brand, solely because of the affordability. So I was like, you know, there are brands that have better quality products that are at or below Morphe's prices. So I started looking. Like, I already have several Maybelline products, Makeup Revolution, but I never tried Milani. And I hear people raving about their blushes and all of that. So I was like, let me try. I have bought almost their entire, anything they have on their website, I think I have. See, I'm using the sultry, soft and sultry palette as my mirror today. Affordable and accessible is what we rock with in 2019. So, I'm going to be using two different stacks to create this look, and one standalone shade, which is actually from the Melt Haze stack. But I bought the Haze stack, and the only color I liked in that stack, this is the color that's going to be featured most in the look. This is the Haze eyeshadow. This is really the only reason I bought that entire stack, and this broke because I dropped it. And when they had a pre-Valentine's Day sale on meltcosmetics.com, the same day that the two highlighters were the Better Than Roses collection, which was a collection of 2 digital dust highlighters and 3 new liquid lipsticks, went on sale. They also had like a site-wide sale, and this was on sale. So I was like, let me replace it. And I'm so happy because it works so beautifully in this look. So the two stacks that I will be using for today are the Baby Girl stack and the Dark Matter stack. This is the Morphe R37. And the first shade I'm going to go into is called Scammin' from the Baby Girl stack, and we're just gonna put this on the crease. The one thing I kind of love and hate about the Melt stacks is that they are magnetic, but the thing is, like, if I put them in my beauty drawer next to other Melt stacks, I think I put one stack down and it immediately connected to my Rust stack, so I have to be really, really careful to try to pull them apart, because that's how this one got broken. It connected to another stack, and when I tried to pull it off, lost my grip. So we've learned our lesson. So like I said, we're just going to place this in the crease. Just kind of swirl it around. I want it pretty blown out, so I'm doing a combination of windshield wiper and circle motions to get that more blown out effect, to get it higher towards the brow. If you want to take it all the way to the brow, do you, boo. I'm not one of those people that's on Twitter telling everybody, we're not going to be blending eyeshadow to our brows in 2019. Do your makeup the way you want to do it, please. Like, There is no right and wrong way. There are better ways to do makeup, but it's all about personal preference. Makeup is art. It's to be enjoyed. It's to help people express themselves. So express yourself. We are going in to put right over Scamming. We're going in with Breakup. We're gonna put that right over top of Scamming just to deepen the crease. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with another natural hair brush. This is the Morphe M441, and I'm just going to buff all of that together and out. Just to give that a nice diffused look, because we want this to be romantic. Now, I am not going anywhere today. As a Valentine's Day gift to myself, I took today off work. And I am a single girl, as most of you know. But I decided to spend today absolutely spoiling myself. Because if you can't love yourself, how you gonna love anybody else? Thank you, RuPaul. But I've seen so many people, you know, happy single awareness day and everything, and that's not the energy that I want to come from. The last 2 years have been really crappy Valentine's days for me, and I had a boyfriend at the time. So instead of being bitter about what happened, I decided to follow my Lord and Savior Maxine Waters and reclaim my time. I decided to make today about me and replace those bad memories with better memories. So when I think about this day, I don't think about what happened 2 years ago. I think of what happened this year, and I will build on that for next year, whether I'm still single or if I have a Valentine. My Valentine's Day will be bomb. You've heard it here first. All right. So now I'm going to take a Morphe No, I'm not. This is not the brush I use for this. I'm going to use a technique that I have fallen in love with to do my eyeshadow. Again, this is a little different from the look that I posted yesterday, but I'm still using the exact same colors. This technique works so well for my eye shape, and I love what it does for my eye looks. I feel like it's taken the pressure off of me to want to do cut creases, because honestly, I've tried cut creases, and every time I just don't like the way they look on me, per se. Like, they're gorgeous. On the people that have them down to a science, they are gorgeous on. But for me, I just don't like the way they look on me, even when they've turned out pretty well. So I will stick to this for myself for now. I may still try it, but for me right now, for me in my house, this is what I roll with. Okay, well, I guess this is what I'm gonna use. Okay. I'm going in with an E18 brush, and I'm going to wet it a little with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And I'm going to take the first shade in the Baby Girl stack, Hopeless Romantics. Love that. Very, very shimmery, kind of rose gold color. And I'm going to put that on the inner third of my eye. Oh my goodness. This is too pretty. See, yesterday when I did this look, I just put it on the inner corner. And it was still a pretty look then too, but I wanted to take it in with this into the inner third to make a very, very nice gradient. And I feel like that opens my eyes a little bit. I haven't really dipped in to my melt shadows in such a long time. It was actually the Better Than Roses collection that inspired me to even do a Valentine's Day look. We're going to take this BH Cosmetics number 7 brush, and we're going in with the shade Haze from Melt, and we're going to put that all over the other 2/3 of the eye. This is also a very, very shimmery red. I don't think I own a red like this in my collection. So we're just gonna pat this on the other 2/3 of the eye and gently blend it into the first third. Ugh, and it's so pretty. It's such a pretty color. The way it looks on my skin is bomb. I like this a little better than the look I did yesterday. Oh goodness. Now, with that same clean fluffy brush, the M441, I'm going to lightly blend that into the crease. Now, in the dark matter stack, we are going in with dark matter, this beautiful, highly pigmented black. We are going to be gentle because we're going to use that to deepen up the outer V. It's a little more bold, a little more daring. A Valentine's Day look, not as sweet and soft as some others you may see. Because that's just how I get down. Oh goodness, no, lightly. Like I said, this is a very, very pigmented black, and it could easily take this look left, and we want it to go right. So we're going to lightly tap in that outer corner. This is one where you want to tap in lightly and just build up. See, what I'm doing is 1, 2, and tap from lash line to crease on the outer V. This is the M513, and we're going to smoke that out. Just blend it in very lightly, because like I said, very easily could go left. It's a little dark, a little mysterious, and it's still so romantic. I've added the Milani Eye Tech liquid eyeliner, had a little bathroom break, and let's jump into complexion. So I have both the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Stick and the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. Let me use this one today because I've been using this one exclusively when I've worn Milani foundation. Using my Love Beautiful brush by It Cosmetics, seems appropriate for today. We are going to just swipe the concealer. This is in the shade 11A Nutmeg. Now it may look a little light on camera, but when I think it oxidizes just a little bit, and when after like bronzing and blushing and highlighting, it looks magical. For the under eyes, we're going in with the Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. This concealer has become my everything, okay? The rest of the face can have some oil breakthrough, but these under eyes stay snatched all day. Definitely a creamy, full coverage concealer. And I am absolutely here for it. Like I said, I love just about everything that I've purchased from Milani. One trick that I love doing is when I do my concealer and my powder, I actually bring it up a little bit to clean up the eyeshadow right here. So it does give me that wing effect, like I had tape there. I know I'm not the only one I know I didn't invent that, but it helps me. I'm smiling way too much. Because you do have to kind of work fast with this concealer before it surprises you. To set that concealer, I'm going in with the Translucent Banana Milani Make It Last Setting Powder. Am I the only one that does this? I know I'm not, but I don't see a lot of other people do it in their videos. I use two different powders to set my, I use one powder to set my under eye and another powder to set the rest of my face. It's like I use banana powders to set my under eyes, and then I use a powder that's closer to my complexion to set the rest of my face. I'll show you when I move on from this, but it's like I don't see a lot of people doing that in their videos. Like they usually use just the one powder, which is fine. But I don't know, I'm quirky like that. I love using two different powders. It's more expensive, yeah, but I just love using one to brighten under the eye and to set the concealer, and then using the darker toned powder to set the rest of my face. So with a BH Cosmetics number 2 brush, I'm going to take the Make It Stay setting powder in number 2, translucent medium to deep, to set the rest of my face. Not with that much powder though, that was way too much. Since we have our face completely set, we're gonna go back into the eyes and do our under eyes. So I'm taking a Melt Cosmetics eyeliner, 1987. Ooh, I was 5 years old in 1987. So I'm gonna take this and line my waterline and lower lash line. When I first started doing my makeup, I never did my waterline. It wasn't until I decided, I wanna say maybe 6 months ago, when I decided to start using eyeliners under my eye, where I was like, oh, that really does bring the looks together. Okay. I never would have thought to smudge out liner under my eye. I never would have thought to bring the colors from my crease down to the line and smoke it out. Like, I was like, nope, the eyeshadow stays up there. That's all you need. You learn, you grow, and you do better. And not everybody does that, and that's quite all right. I honestly, since I've started doing it, I find that it does pull the look together a little bit more. But if you're like, my eyeshadow is meant to be up here and that's the only way I want to do it, good on you, sis. Rock your look the way you want to. See, I try to be supportive up in here. Everybody, like, so many people are quick to tell you, don't do it this way, and in a mean way. I'm like, can't you say, well, have you ever considered doing it this way? Like, everybody's so quick to be like, no, that's wrong. And I'm like, suggestions are a thing. Like, what happened to manners? So we are going to take Break Up from the Baby Girl stack, and we're just going to, using this small Morphe brush, we're just gonna bring the colors from the crease down and smoke this out. Very, very gently. One thing I will say is there can be quite a bit of fallout from some of these Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows if you go in heavy-handed, because some of them are quite powdery. Like, you can kind of see how messy this one is. So I'm being very, very careful as I'm taking it on the lower lash line. And now I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics number 8, and we're gonna go back in with Scamming to blend that out. And there we go. I know it's hard to see up in here, but from what I can see, I'm so happy with this look. All right, so move down to the face. I honestly do not have a bronzer from Milani because I do not think that they make one dark enough for me. So Milani, maybe you could get on that, please. I am going to be trying for the very first time this Milani brush. This called to me when I saw it online. This Milani Baked Blush in Red Vino. This is such a deep beautiful color. I cannot wait to see what it looks like on my skin. Like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about the Milani baked blushes. Oh, and they are très pigmentante. Okay, that's not, I'm sorry. They are so pigmented. I just picked up way too much. So I'm going to use, excuse me, an extremely light hand to put this on. Ooh, doggy. Okay. I'm gonna take some of that off. Oh my god. Ooh. Light taps. Definitely light taps going in, but oh my goodness, that is such a beautiful red flush. I'm so glad I decided to use this one. This is so pretty. Light. Oh my god, like I am shocked at that pigmentation. I shouldn't be because I dipped in way too much, because other blushes I kind of have to dig in to get this much color to show. Not here. Going in. For those of you who can't see it well here, I am going to post this look, the finished look, on Twitter and on IG, so you get a chance to experience all of this. So now we get into the products that inspired this tutorial. The two new digital dust highlighters from Melt. This is Phoenix. It's a very, very beautiful deep pink shade. And Pink Moon, which is a very pink, almost rose gold type highlighter. Now I wore this yesterday and it didn't show up too well in the pictures that I showed, because I think, one, I probably didn't use enough because I'm scared, and two, because my camera is just not the ish on my phone. Also, the lighting in my office where I normally post my makeup of the day pictures from, it's cute, like the way it comes in, it makes me look a little heavenly, a little angelic, but it doesn't show my makeup as well. So we're gonna go in with Phoenix first. I'm actually gonna layer the two. Oh, I don't know if you can pick that up, but the way this is going right over Red Vino, this is so pretty. Now, I used to hate fan brushes. I never use fan brushes to put on my highlighter, but for some reason, the digital dust formula does not pick up on the brush that I use for my highlighting, which is fine, because this technique is working for your girl. And I really wish that I had better equipment to show you the glory that is happening right here. This is actually my first time dipping into Phoenix. This is amazing. Again, I'm not sponsored by Melt or Milani. I just absolutely love these brands, and Melt has my heart. And I could just leave it at that, but we're gonna be extra for Valentine's Day. I'm going to go right over that with Pink Moon and see how that handles. I'm gonna see how Pink Moon plays with Phoenix. Quite nicely. Ooh, I think you can kind of see it. I think that brought it out just a little bit more, even on this camera. This is so much fun. Let's get back to having fun with our makeup. Yes? This is so much fun. I know I haven't made a video in a minute, and I'm having the time of my life. I forgot how much fun this is, how much fun making videos and playing with my makeup is. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Pink Moon, put a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Oh, this is so pretty. All right, for the lips, we're taking Bloodshot lip liner from Melt, and we're gonna just lightly line. going in. Now we're taking the Melt Liquid Lipstick in the shade Death Cherry to bring this all together. You know what's funny? I'm gonna say this before I get into this, but I never ever hear anybody talking about Melt Liquid lipsticks. I actually only recently started hearing people talk about Melt. I think the first time I heard anybody talk about Melt was I heard Stephanie Nicole talk about them. And then when the Gemini palette came out, everybody was all over them. But before Stephanie Nicole and then after Stephanie Nicole, really didn't hear too many people talking about them. But this liquid lipstick, I wore it yesterday. It's comfortable. You know that you have it on, but you're not like all throughout the day. Ooh, very va va voom. I love this shade. This is my perfect shade of red. Ooh, so in love. And like I said, with this formula, you know that you have it on. Like I can feel it drying down, but it's not uncomfortable. I'm not constantly licking my lips. I don't feel like I have to put a lip balm over it. I wish more people talked about them, honestly. Now we're going to set with the Milani Make It Last. Take a second to let that dry down. Okay, now we do mascara, because my goddess Makeup Shayla did a tutorial and she was like, do mascara after you set, because setting spray could make your mascara run. And I commented on her video, I was like, oh girl, I think you just saved a life. I think you just saved a life with that advice. And since that video, I have not done my mascara until after setting spray. It feels weird because it feels like you want to do all of your eye at once, but it makes so much sense. I can't tell you how many times I've ruined my look by putting mascara on, then setting my face and opening up my eyes and seeing all kinds of mascara down here. So from Shayla to me, to you, do mascara after setting spray. And I'm using the highly rated mascara by Milani. So now if I was going out, I would probably add lashes just for a little more drama, but I think I'm good right now. Actually, I just don't want to fight with lashes. And honestly, not many people are down with lashes. They may find them too hard to put on and they just rather not deal with it. Me, I could go either or. Like I have to be in the mood to put on lashes. And right now I'm just not in the mood. All right, we're going to complete the look with some hair. I will be right back. And here we are, all ready to go. I am in love with this look. I'm actually really glad that I changed it up a little bit from yesterday, because this looks just a little bit more fire, if you know what I'm saying. Whew. I am all about this look. I love all of the products that I used in this video. Like I said, I am in love with Milani. Melt, I usually buy whatever they put out 9 times out of 10 on launch day. These are just two of the brands that I stan and will continue as long as I'm in love with makeup, which may be till my dying day. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Happy Valentine's Day. Make this day your own if you're alone. Make it special for your loved one if they're into that. I know not everybody's into Valentine's Day. If you are single today, please, please, please do not let it get you down. Make today about you and celebrate the love that you already have in your life. Call your best friend, call your girls, call your boys, call your aunties and your uncles, call your moms and dads, call your brothers and your sisters, call some cousins, and tell them that you love them. Because romantic love is great to have. It's one of the flavors of life that make it so exciting, and we are amazing. We feel amazing when it's in our lives, but it's not the end all be all. And there is so much life to be lived, and life is better. I'm a testament. Life is better when you love yourself. So love yourself first. Celebrate the love that is already in your life. And I hope you have a beautiful Valentine's Day. Thank you for joining me. I know there are a million Valentine's tutorials you could have watched today. I humbly thank you for coming to slay. Bye, guys.